A man arrives in front of a house with a crane and says, "I will not wait for you any longer. Without money, no one keeps their house." The old woman says, "No, Mr. Carlos, please don't demolish our home. I beg you with folded hands." But when Carlos sees the little girl, he's shocked. He quickly climbs down from the crane and walks towards the girl and says, "Is it really you, my daughter? I can't believe it." He picks the girl up and says, "What are you doing with my daughter?" The old man says, "We didn't know she was your daughter, sir. One day, we found her among some cardboard boxes. We brought her home and kept her with us." Then the old man explains, "One day, while we were collecting cardboard, we suddenly saw the child. She had a slip of paper in her hand. She gave it to us, but we didn't know how to read it, so we brought her home." Carlos says, "You don't know how difficult this time was for me. First, I lost my wife in an accident, and then my daughter disappeared." The old man replies, "Sir, forgive us. We didn't know she was your daughter." Carlos asks, "Do you still have that slip of paper? Can you give it to me?" The old man says, "Yes, it's kept somewhere in our house." Carlos says, "All right, I am leaving now with my daughter. Later, please give me that slip when you find it." The woman says, "We will try our best to find it." Then Carlos takes his daughter home. His sister comes running and says, "Wonderful, brother. I'm so happy that your daughter is safe." Carlos replies, "Yes, sister, this is unbelievable news." Then Carlos's brother-in-law says, "I will talk to my friends at the buffet. They can check the cameras to see how this child ended up there." Carlos says, "Yes, I think that's a good idea. Come, let's go home." At home, Uncle goes to the girl and says, "How are you, princess? Are you happy to be home?" Then suddenly the child's aunt, Carlos's sister, comes and says, "Can you explain to me what this girl is doing here again?" Her husband says, "I told you they would find her." The woman replies, "Well, that didn't happen, and I will not share my inheritance with my stepbrother." Suddenly there's a knock at the door. The woman goes to see and asks, "Who are you?" The old woman answers, "We came to find Mr. Carlos. Can you please call him?" The woman says, "Are you the ones who found the girl? Did you also find the slip?" The old man says, "Yes. Can you give it to me?" The old woman replies, "We would prefer to give it personally to your brother." Then suddenly Carlos comes and says, "It's a pleasure to meet you both." The old man says, "I came to tell you that we found the slip. Here it is. We wanted to give it to you only." Carlos takes it and says, "Thank you very much." The old woman says, "Thank you too, sir," and they both leave. Suddenly Carlos's brother-in-law comes and asks, "Did you take the slip from them?" Carlos replies, "Yes, but I wonder, how did you two even know about this slip?" His sister says, "Brother, that woman who came here told us. Don't lie. I already know the truth, that you two were behind all of this. Yes, my daughter cannot speak, but she is not deaf. She heard everything Carlos explains. My daughter told me that her aunt said, 'We got rid of her mother, and soon I will also throw out my stepbrother.'" The brother-in-law says, "Carlos, I am sorry for everything that happened, but believe me, I never wanted this." Carlos says, "I think you both should confess everything to the police." Then his sister goes inside, and the brother-in-law says, "Carlos, I'm sorry." Carlos replies, "You were about to destroy my life. Remember, greed and envy blind a person. Justice may be delayed, but it always comes." If you liked my video, please like and subscribe.